Stacy. What a great night. What a great time. We're so looking forward to our time together. And my name is Stacy James. I'm going to kick this off. I'm going to say hi to Curtis for helping us with all of the technology. This man is so very important to us right now, let me tell you. And my amazing girlfriend, Cindy Williams, there she is. We are going to have a great time, and our 30 minutes together is going to fly by. So I'm going to open it up with this awesome little statement that I actually took off of Facebook. Came from Stacy Emerson's Facebook page, and I loved it. Sets the tone for what we are going to be talking about tonight. We're going to be enrolling your hearts. We want you to be excited about your lives and your future and have a new vision. And that really is our prayer about tonight, is that we touch you, make a difference. So this says, to all the movers and the shakers, to the hustlers, and the shaker makers, to those who shout loud, who stand strong, who build empires, who move mountains, who push boundaries, who raise babies, who make memories, who refuse to take no for an answer in their life. You are the women who are paving the way for more generations who are ready to play. You stand tall and you stand proud for all that you are, and not about what the world says that you should be or could be, but who you and what God says that you're created to be, because you're born to live a victorious life. Born to live a victorious life. It is in your DNA. It is woven in there, making an impact and making a difference all day long, all week long, all month long, all year long of your life, to make an impact, victorious. We were born for success, and sometimes we forget that because we get in a place where life starts to live us instead of us living our lives. And so Cindy and I are going to be telling you a little bit about us, a little bit about our story, a little bit about what we believe to be so about this opportunity and why we love our lives as much as we do. So I'm handing it to you, girlfriend.
Well, it is an honor and a joy, and Stacy and I are, we call ourselves monkey buddies. I brought my little monkeys because as iron sharpens iron, so does one person sharpen another, and together we're better. I believe we were created for communion. I don't know of a better way to connect with people than through this product and through this opportunity. And we're so fortunate that we connected through our Mary Kay business because we're very different. Stacy will tell you a little bit about herself. She was a teacher. Has a college education, and I have a high school education, very loud and proud of that. And we both started Mary Kay at the same time, but we really didn't meet each other till much later in our business. Both of us are moms. Both of us love our freedom and flexibility to work from home, but both of us sort of stumbled into this, as maybe probably you are tonight. Somebody invited you, so I want you to give them a shout out and a high five because they think a lot about you. They must admire and respect you, to expose you to something that they believe in. We even bribed you a little bit. We're throwing some cash on the table just for being on, just for commenting. Look in your little comment, put your name, your consultant's name, and you're going to be entered into a $50 cash drawing just for joining us tonight. And how about if we upped the ante and gave away two $50 cash drawings? So we're going to be super generous. And at the very end, this is so exciting. Those of you that say, yes, I dig these people, I want more in my life. If you say yes to becoming a part of an independent Mary Kay beauty consultant, then you're going to get your name in the hat for 3 free e-stars. So we're going to give away a lot, have lots of fun, share our stories, why we are so in love with this. I've been building this Mary Kay business for 39 years now. Hard to believe. I started at 25, 35, 45, 55, and now almost 65. It's crazy, crazy good. So I've had a lifetime of growing and learning and evolving into what I believe more and more of what God created me to be, a strong, confident woman that's also humble and a servant, kind and generous. We're the lion and the lamb. And Mary Kay has just provided such a great opportunity and a platform for that growth. So it's exciting that you have shared with us tonight. This is the first time that Stacy and I have ever done this, and we're very excited about being together tonight and just teaching you more about why we're so excited about this Mary Kay opportunity.
Yay. So the really funny thing is that Cindy and I started I started the end of November in 1981. She started her business just a couple weeks later,
Right.
and it was several years before we actually met.
Yes.
Like we knew of each other, but we really didn't meet to be really great friends, and that kind of happened instantaneously as soon as we did forge we were in front of each other. But here's what is amazing: how God works in our lives. My situation is that I was teaching school, and teaching school to me was what I had wanted to do all of my life. It was since the third grade what I wanted to pursue. And I loved teaching. It wasn't that I didn't love it. It's just that Brian and I were newly married. He was in college full time, and we were living on my teaching income because he was in pre-med. And as a result of that, we were very far in debt. We came into our marriage far in debt, and we were living in a 2-bedroom apartment that had gross yellow carpeting. And I am a person who loves ambiance. So if there's anybody else out there who loves ambiance, who love beautiful things, I grew up in an upper middle class family. My dad was an entrepreneur. And so I really did grow up with a foundation of understanding what freedom and flexibility looked like and what goals looked like. My dad was a goal setter, and he enrolled us in his dreams. He would put things on the refrigerator about how many new homes he was going to build and how many new houses he was going to sell. And so we were all a part of that. In fact, I remember when I was in the 7th grade, we actually bought a lot on a lake, and we, of course, later built a beautiful home on that lot. But we used to go out there on Sundays and sit on a blanket, and my dad would talk about that this is where your bedroom is going to be, and this is where our living room is going to be, and this is what the view is going to be out of this window. And he was a visualizer that he put that to his dreams. Little did I know how much that was going to serve me in my Mary Kay world. So when Mary Kay came into my life, it was because the car that we were driving, one car, actually had a hole in the floorboard. It was rusting out from under us. And when Brian and I got married, I became an instantaneous mom, a 4-year-old daughter named Jennifer. And so we had this family, our responsibilities, and that car was not dependable. And one day when it broke down, it was a line in the sand moment. If you've ever had a line in the sand moment where you've said, this is enough. I'm not going to settle for this situation any longer, because I felt that God had more for us and wanted us to live differently than we were living. We were living in a struggle, and it didn't mean that we weren't happy. It just meant that it was constantly a challenge that was tugging on us. And one of the things that Pastor Craig Rochelle always talks about is, who is the person that you want to be? And what does the life look like that you want to have? And at that point in time, I wasn't able to be living the life that I wanted to be living, and yet it didn't rob my joy. It just was a circumstance. And I truly believe that God does not change our circumstances. What he does is he introduces us to the capacity that we have in order to change our own circumstance. And so that line in the sand moment really is what I believed caused my heart to open up to possibilities. And it was just a little while later, I ran into a friend that I had known in college, and she had gotten involved in Mary Kay and wanted to take me to lunch and show me the marketing plan. And I saw the marketing plan and I loved it. It made sense to me. I was excited about it. But really what hooked my heart was when she explained the philosophy of the company. And she said that Mary Kay Ash did not believe in constructive criticism, that Mary Kay didn't believe that criticism was constructive, and that you can lead people and you can direct people and you can help people without diminishing them, but through elevating them and encouraging them. And that spoke to my heart. And it helped me know that this was something that I was looking for, even when I didn't know I was looking for it. So I filled out that information sheet, and I gave my $85, which is what it cost back then, wrote out a hot check. And said, don't cash this check. And really threw my heart over the line for a new answer and a new solution, and something for me to have hope and get excited about. And Cindy's story is different, but there are so many similarities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had worked hard my whole life. Even though I wasn't college educated, I believe I have a PhD, people, hard work, and determination. I got more common sense than most people that I've ever met. And I worked until the day before I had my son. I loved my job. I loved my boss. I never dreamed of doing something else. And then everything changed when I had a baby. I did not want to leave that baby. I wanted to nurse him and stay home with him. And so I did. I stayed home until he was 10 months old. He stopped nursing one day, got a cold, and that was my full-time job. And so I became restless, and kind of like Stacy, I was not unhappy, but I was unchallenged. I really was unfulfilled. And my girlfriend, Linda, was a new Mary Kay beauty consultant. She begged me, she bribed me. It was so important to her that I go with her to be exposed to Mary Kay. Actually, she was going to get the prize. If she had told me I was going to get a prize, I probably wouldn't have gone. I didn't wear makeup. I just wasn't an image consultant. And this was the last thing in the world I could ever imagine doing. I had a colorful childhood, very different from Stacy's. Grew up mostly in mobile homes, and my mom was married and remarried many, many times, a very unstable childhood. We changed schools every single year, my entire life. And by the time I was 16, I was on my own, got my own house, graduated high school. So different background, but the same grit and the same desire to be, you know, to make a living and make a life, to have freedom and flexibility, but also financial security. Does that really exist? I thought I had to choose to be a stay-at-home mom or work away from mom. And so I went with Linda that night because I'm her friend. I'm a team player. And there's your sign. If you came on tonight just to support somebody else, there's your first sign you'd probably be successful, because you're a team player. And if you ever want to be a strong team leader, you've got to be a strong team player. So I just went for Linda. And Linda really wasn't the one that excited about the business. She was brand new. But the lady that talked, like your consultant, your sales director, has invited you tonight to listen to Stacy and I, because we're some of the top people, the most successful women in all of Mary Kay. By God's grace and our grit, it has happened. So we have evidence that this really does work. It was the lady that shared that night. I fell in love with her. I didn't really know what they were talking about. I knew nothing about the product. I knew nothing about the marketing plan, but she was a truth teller. I completely trusted her. My spirit soared. I believed her. And she said that she would, you know, show me the way, lead me by example. And I just signed up. I really had no idea what I was signing up for. And I had buyer's remorse before I got home. I thought, what have I done? Oh my gosh, I don't even wear makeup. How in the world could I ever do this? And most of the people I asked the same night that I joined, my husband, my sisters, said, bad idea, bad idea. They didn't know what was in me, neither did I. And they certainly didn't know what Mary Kay had to offer. And so my mom was the one that said, baby, you can do anything you want to do. And if Mary Kay's what you want to do, I'll support you. I'll have a party with my friends. And I said, great, Mom. I said, since you're so supportive, I don't have $100 in the bank, just like Stacy. My mom fronted me $100 so that I could get started in my business. Very fragile young woman at age 25 with one son. Now I have 3 sons. My oldest son just turned 40 last month. So this has been a lifetime journey. And I thank God every day for my courage to sign that information sheet and say yes, and for the grit to stay the course. It's been a wonderful journey, and I believe the rest of my life is the best of my life because of the foundational principles and my circle of influence. Stacy makes me better. The consultants that invited you tonight, we support each other. This is for them. This is for you to see if this is something in your wildest dreams you would consider for yourself. So we're just so grateful that you would take the time to YouTube in with us tonight. It's both of mine and Stacy's first YouTube experience. So even if you're not real technical in this season of digital working, you can learn to do it.
It's so true. So here's what's remarkable about this, that we get so very excited about, is that this is about when Mary Kay started this company in 1963. She did not start this company so that she would become famous and wealthy. She started this company because she had been a single parent, and when she retired, she felt that she'd learned so many lessons as to how to treat people, how to communicate, that she understood that women didn't always allow themselves to have ambition or to go after their dreams, and that every single person has a dream that is planted in their heart. It's woven into your DNA, and it's connected to your giftedness and your talents. And we always say leadership in Mary Kay is not about trying to get other women, to do what we think that they should do. It's about helping women do what they want to do, sometimes uncovering the dreams that they don't even know that they want, because it's the exposure, it's the tapping into your potential, it's being able to release that potential, and sometimes understand that the greatest of your life is before you, and you absolutely are intended to live it. So she started this company for the sake of women having an opportunity. She gave her whole life savings. I mean, when you think of that, when you're retired, your whole life savings for the sake of this marketing plan. And it's all about, so it's not just the finances, even though the finances are phenomenal. She understood that no matter how great the marketing plan was, if a woman did not believe in herself, she might not be able to see herself be able to build something, grow something, establish something. This is not about fleeting sales, like one-time sales. This is not about one person's ambition. This is about building relationships. This is about serving others. This is about caring about who that other person is across the table. It's being fascinated by other people. And Mary Kay always told us that people wear an invisible sign that says, make me feel important. I would add the word please, like please take the time to recognize what's special and unique about me, and then help me to see that in myself. And so we believe that this company actually transforms women's lives. And in doing so, that I believe there's like 4 areas in which that happens. There's the finances, there's the freedom and flexibility that's available to owning your own business and building your own business so that you can design your own life. There is the fun, friends, and frivolous. And then there's the foundational growth. So I'm going to, Cindy referred to a little bit about the freedom and flexibility. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the finances, but was there anything else you wanted to say about the freedom and flexibility, Cindy, before I do that?
Well, I just want to remind us with 2020, when everything changed, for us, really nothing changed because we could adjust. Actually, most of our incomes have gone up because we know how to work from home, and we'd already built relationships. The one-time sell means nothing to us. We want you to use it, the product, get benefits from it, and keep using it for the rest of your life. So we have a residual income we established through that relationship building. We just learned to Zoom and to Facebook Live parties with our products instead of in person. And it's unbelievable that it was so successful. And now, in this new season, when things are going to get back to normal, the fog is clearing, we're not going to ever give up this digital world. We're going to still go back to doing in person, but we dig it. We can be home and shelter mode if we choose, or travel if we choose. We get to decide to write on our own paycheck and to design our lives. So I think even for some people that got furloughed or their life changed, you really want to go back and be chained to a chair, chained to a schedule, chained to a boss, chained to a job where they tell you what you're worth. And Mary Kay, you get paid what you're worth. You write your own paycheck. So that freedom and flexibility and the fun and frivolous and all the things going together. But I think COVID brought to our awareness even more how much we appreciate this opportunity and this company, Mary Kay Corporate, what they've done for us in the last 2 years. It's just almost unbelievable. Other people were cutting back, and they have been more and more and more generous to thank us for what we do in the field so this company will succeed.
Yeah, and the security that we have a brand new distribution center manufacturing facility, $150 million manufacturing facility. We're a debt-free company. We're in 30 other countries, how well established it is. But the reason why it is because it is about building a business. So whether you're doing this very, very part-time for just a little bit of extra cash on the side, sometimes the question is, how much extra money would it take to alleviate some stress in your life?
Mm-hmm.
How much extra money would be great for you to be able to take some vacations or do some extra things for your children, or whatever it is that it's just would be like a little extra more would be awesome. The other aspect of that, I remember the woman who recruited me into the company, who sponsored me, she said, Stacy, you can work this with hobby hours and a hobby mentality, and you can make some extra cash. But if I will teach you to work with this with hobby hours, but a business mentality, a different way of looking how to build something as a foundation, then it is going to be highly lucrative for you. So the basis of the marketing plan is that we make 50% commission, and that 50% commission is awesome, because it's 50%. But when we say 50% of what does that mean? There's lots of ways that we market this product, but it's a teaching oriented business. So we teach women how to use the product. We learn about what's best for them, and we teach you all of those things. It's very simple. It's very simple. And the basis of it is that when we do one woman at a time, or there's 6 women at a time, and we're sharing the product with them, then when they're purchasing that product, the good news is that it's an emotional buy, because it helps us feel good about ourselves. And that's exactly what the product does, and helps our skin look more beautiful. And we get to watch the transformation happen right in front of our eyes. But when you make 50%, so like this being a fake, obviously huge dollar bill. When we make 50% and the other 50% is the company, this is what was interesting for my dad when I showed him the marketing plan. Is he said, Stacy, you make 50%, but out of the company's 50%, they are going to pay you. They're going to pay you other commissions. Other commissions are going to happen because you can build a team. And when you build a team, then they're going to pay you 4% because of what your team does. So every time you have a team member that orders product from the company, sells it, makes money, you're going to get a commission because of that. And then that commission turns into a 9% and then a 13%. But the reason I'm showing you this visually is because the company actually runs on this much of the dollar and pumps the rest of the money back into us. And my dad said to me, Stacy, the way this marketing plan is put together, if the company were a company that started just for the sake of the company becoming successful, they would be wanting you to market a product for the success of the product. But this company is about created this so that the majority of the money goes into the sales force. So that means that Mary Kay created this company so that you would become successful, not for the sake of the company becoming successful, so you could become successful. The reason why that is important is because when she established the environment and the atmosphere of what we stand for, to do unto others as you would have them do unto you, putting God first in our life, family second, and career third. Her philosophies were very strong, very tried, and very true. She believed in abundance and prosperity, and she taught us how to not think or operate out of lack and scarcity, to be generous with our heart and our time, to have a spirit of gratitude, not just being grateful, but a spirit of gratitude. That is a different way to function in your life. And in doing so, what happens is that in accordance to how my dad was looking at it, is that when you have a marketing plan where the intention is for you to be successful, that's the intention. Then as a result of that, that means that this woman is incredibly generous by nature. So his best advice to me was, my advice is for you to start this and give it your all. And if this marketing plan stays as great as it is, don't ever quit, because the further that you go and the more that you accomplish, the more income is available to you, more streams of income that are available to you. So Cindy and I are in a place right now that our income comes in whether we get up in the morning or not because of what we have built and the women that we have guided, helped, and directed, and what we continue to pour out. But that is, it's such a unique thing, you guys, because how important is it to you to have women in your life who believe in you, who care about you, who encourage you, and look for the best in you and celebrate the best in you? So that's kind of where the fun, friends, and frivolous come in, because we say that the bestest of friends in your lives are the ones who want to know what your song is. Your song is what you value most and where your dreams lie. And that if you ever lose your song, and we do lose our song, there's a lot of people during this last year who's lost their song. They've lost their stability, their certainty, have lost their feel of safety, and sometimes lost that there was a dream in their heart to pursue, and they're just, life is that living them instead of them living their lives. but the bestest of friends are the ones who will sing your song back to you. And that's really the principle of our company that I feel like sets us apart from anything else, but it causes me to be so grateful that this is my life's work.
And it's so beautiful. Sometimes because we've been a part of Mary Kay for so long, when we think back to how we started, but Stacy's daughter, Whitney, is a very successful Mary Kay independent sales director today. My daughter-in-law, Tara, is an independent Mary Kay sales director. So living proof that we want and believe in this so much, we want it for the next generation, if that's not the commercial. Not just because of the income. We love the financial security, but the environment of what they've grown into. But when I was new, I didn't even understand all that. I just really wanted to make a couple $100s a month so I could buy baby clothes. And it was the process. It was just, and also the wanting to win. I love the prizes, everything. I'm a very simple girl. I love that I really have one pair of earrings, one necklace, all my Mary Kay jewelry that I've won. I've given most of it away. Even like wearing this big old Band-Aid tonight. I thought, what, should I change this? But actually, I could say I was reaching so high for the sky that I bumped my head on the ceiling. But that's not true. I had to have a little bit of surgery on my forehead today. But guess what? You don't have to be perfect. That's my message to you. This is such a beautiful opportunity that you can start for something like an e-start. Mary Kay, because of COVID, they changed everything. We couldn't always get out and do the party, so they changed our starter kit to an e-start. It's only $30, okay? For $30, you can start this incredible opportunity. Grow it into what Stacy and I have done or more, or just be a smart shopper. Oh my goodness, I use enough product to be a star consultant all by myself. And so that e-start was started for just $30. We're going to give 3 of those away right now to the people that say yes, that this is something that they would like to do. And we're going to give $2 $50 away just as to thank you for being a part of what we wanted to share with you tonight. From our heart to your heart, to really understand the possibilities. And Stacy and I both say every day, there's nothing else like this. There's other companies that come and go. They all try to recruit us. There's other products that come and go. Y'all, the proof is in the pudding. I believe that you can spend more money, but you can't buy better than Mary Kay. The new Clinical Solutions, our new retinol product, is a game changer for our skin and for our opportunity. And so no matter what else is out there, in our opinion, this is simply the best. That's why we want our daughters and daughter-in-laws to be a part of it. So we're from our heart to yours. We hope and pray that we've given enough of a commercial to let you see that we're sold out. And we are. We teach, train, love, build. That's also what makes us different. This company, this 56-year-old company, this is not their first rodeo. There's a step-by-step method for success. You just plug in on your little computer. I'm a graduate of Car University. I listen and learn in my car. It's awesome because I love to learn like Pac-Man. And you start figuring it out forward. Mm-hmm. You start with one customer. If you add one new customer a week and a year, you've got 50 customers. Oh my goodness, that's so exciting. And you start looking for people that want more and are willing to do more. And then you just say, watch me work. You love people and you lead with people. And that's just so super simple. So I think we should give away our first $50 to thank you guys for just joining us. So Curtis, do you have our list of okay, you didn't yet. You entered your name, your consultant's name in the little chat, and Curtis is looking and he's spinning his little wheel. So do we have our first winner, Curtis Hanna?
We do. We are giving away some money here. I see it's from this new NE. Is that up near you, Stacy?
That is Melinda Pearson, is the consultant. Erin Pullock.
Yeah, that's right. She's our first.
Yay! You got $50, Erin. That's awesome. Give her a round of applause. Good job.
So
and how about
there's some giveaway?
You want to give away one more, Curtis? We're giving away $2 $50 just for being a part of us tonight. So spin that wheel again.
This wheel one more time. Let's see who we got. It's spinning, 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 spinning.
Thank you for being an AV guy.
Winner.
Awesome. Dolores Robinson Banks is the consultant, right?
Melissa.
No.
Dolores Robinson Banks, consultant. Melissa Diva.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Yay!
So there's our $100 cash just for being a part of our event tonight. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yay! Congratulations. This is fun.
And do you want to give it away some more for our 3 decision makers, you guys? So all you got to do is say, you know what? I've heard enough. I believe these people are legit. So if you put your name, your consultant name, and what did you say, Stacy? Let's get started.
I'm ready to start.
Ready to start. Ready to start. And what you get for your $30, the eStart, you get your website set up and you get your ProPay. So you can immediately take a credit card and you can send people to your Mary Kay website, which Mary Kay Corporate supports. They have all the products, the videos. It's unbelievable. So you get that for both of those with your 30. And the best part, you now get the privilege of buying all the Mary Kay you want at wholesale, okay? And so you can go shopping in your own store for yourself as a smart shopper for a little side hustle, or you can be a boss babe like Stacy and me. So go in there, everybody that is a decision maker that says, yes, I can make a $30 decision. We're going to give 3 eStarts away for free tonight just for saying yes to this opportunity. If you decide to join Mary Kay tomorrow, you will still have the greatest opportunity in the world, but you won't get your name in the hat for the eStarts. So make your decision, and consultants, text to your guests that are on tonight and tell them thank you. And those of you that say, you know what, this sounds super great, y'all, now that you know who we are a little bit better and trust us more, you can be our talent scouts too. Who do you know? Who do you know? They can be on your team. I got my first team member within 24 hours of joining because I did not want to go do this by myself. I called Em and I said, Em, I'm a new Mary Kay beauty consultant. She said, what is it? I said, I'm not sure, but I don't want to do it by myself. Let's go through training together. And we did. And she's still in Mary Kay today, almost 40 years later. So you can share this right away. You can share the product and you can share the opportunity immediately.
Well, they are rolling in. I mean, there's only 400 plus people with us watching tonight.
What?
Here is our first winner of the $30 eStart.
Woohoo! Antonia Dodson and Terkeisha Collins. I'm ready to start. Yay, Antonia, we're so proud of you. Congratulations. Now we'll need to get to Terkeisha Collins. I think she's in Tammy Bavila's area. So we'll make sure that we get all your information so we can get you your $30 eStart going. So do we have somebody else, Curtis? You want to say anything else, Stacy?
Yes, you know what here. Okay, I have a question because you know what? Some of the things that we didn't get to talk about were some of the frivolous things. One of the frivolous things are pink Cadillacs. So Cindy Williams, like how many pink Cadillacs have you earned?
I know it's hard. I sometimes I don't remember, and that's not being arrogant, but I think it's 18. I know it's my 3rd pink Escalade. And let me just tell you, we pull a vintage RV. We're going to take it out tomorrow. Dean and I, we travel. We pull trailers. I love having a truck, this big bad boy. And I haven't had a car payment or even an insurance payment in 20 years as a national sales director. I earned my first car, pink Cadillac, in 1983. So all these years to have a career car from the company, a beautiful, beautiful, safe, beautiful, big pink Cadillac for raising my boys and now to travel and see the world. It's a dream come true.
Yeah, it is a dream come true. And when I went from that car with that hole in the floorboard to earning my first pink Cadillac, because back then they didn't have any other cars. Pink Cadillacs were all there was. And actually, we have like how many free cars now that you can earn? There's trucks, there's Malibus, there's
Camaro for the hot rod.
There's like all they're gray and they're black and they're gorgeous and they're fabulous. And, but when I got that first pink Cadillac, I'll have to tell you, I mean, going from that car with the hole in the floorboard, when they called me and they said, you can come pick up your car, I literally backed my back up against the wall and slid down and cried because I thought when I taught school, I think they gave me a ham for Christmas. And this company's giving me a really, I mean, so those are just some of the things. Cindy and I have traveled all around the world. I think I figured out 23 countries that we have traveled to. And we've actually trained together. We have trained in like 6 other continents. So Mary Kay has sent us all over internationally to train and to help and to guide, to teach women. But in addition to that, Mary Kay has sent us and our husbands all over the world traveling. And so there's epic experiences, there's girlfriends and friendships, there's fun and there's frivolous, there's prizes, there's recognition, there's a path. And the pursuit of progress is what transforms our lives and absolutely feeds our hearts. So that's why we feel like there's so many dynamics of what is amazing about this, but it's the thing that encompasses so many aspects of creating the life that you would love to live and becoming the woman that you want to be.
I think too, one of my biggest fears was, how am I going to learn this? Where do I get my first customer? Oh my gosh. Like Stacy and I both do a big Saturday Zoom or YouTube. We get together with our people where we teach and train. This week for us, it's color. Last week, it was clinical solutions. We do so many things to support you. So I just encourage you, peek in to Pink and then hold our hand. We won't drag you across, but we will walk with you every step of the way. We really do love and lead well. We do. So you can depend on us to be there to support you and all of your leaders. We have the best independent sales directors in the whole wide world on our teams. We really do. So we are very, very grateful and very blessed that we get to work together. Stacy is, I'm just going to be honest, it's okay. Lipstick and leadership. She's really the leadership teacher. And I'm really so proud that I put on lipstick.
We're so proud you put on lipstick.
I know, but to thine own self be true. You don't have to fit into a mold of what you think this job requires. What you have to be is authentic and real and really do care. Care about the customer, help her get what she wants. Care about your team members, listen to what does she really need, and then lead her by your example. It's pretty simple. If it wasn't, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So,
there's this saying that says that there's 2 ways that you can influence a person's behavior, either through manipulation or inspiration. And only one of those builds trust. And trust is incredibly important to us. It is definitely a foundational principle of what we do, is that I believe that people can tell if you are authentic and that you mean what you say. And that's what enrolls people, enlists people. And when we're here to help each other, and we're doing it because we believe so strongly in the fact that all women want to believe in themselves, and all women want to lead meaningful lives and be great moms and wonderful wives and good friends, and really discover what is inside of them that sometimes they don't realize. And every woman really wants to love her life, And that's what we get to help women do. That is like the greatest gift in the world.
It is. And that's why we've loved it all these years. So I think we had our second winner, Curtis, and I think she went away, but maybe before we captured her name.
She did. She was there and she was up. She was Betty, but we've got a third winner. Miss Emily Cavejoy and her
Delaney.
Congratulations. And you know what? I think I read that we're going to do this again next week.
Yeah.
Ooh, we are. And can I just share with you that Stacy, Curtis, and I got on an hour before, and we were really kind of nervous. I've never done this. So thank y'all for learning with us this first week. We're going to do it next Thursday and the 3 Thursdays in March. So all of you that are new independent beauty consultant, get your friends and family to be a part of this. All of you seasoned consultants. So we are a safe place to expose people to what we love. I love it when Stacy says, we don't drag and pull you to do it. We just share with you how much we love it in hopes that it'll inspire you to do it with us. And it's so simple. It's a $30 e-start. There are some upgrades that are super smart for you to add samples. There definitely is the opportunity to buy your products, to have some inventory on hand, kind of common sense to run a business. But the entry is super simple and just a tiny little bit to peek in to see what else is left for you. For me, I wasn't a visionary. I could not dream of being a leader. I just wanted to kind of stay right where I was. But through the process, you just get there and then you figure it out. That's what's happened for me. And I believe that it could happen for you too.
Absolutely. So the question is, what if God has already answered all of your prayers? It's just that now you get to manifest them. And how you get to do that is one step at a time. And as you take those steps and you realize that there's more inside of you than you thought, and you have people that are encouraging you, then the best is yet to come. And this is going to be the greatest year we've ever lived. Considering all the crazy stuff that's gone on, this is going to be the greatest year.
And we're in our final 4, the last 4 months of our Miracle Seminar year, when the race is on. Spring is coming. You could not join at a better time. By the time June 30th hits, you can have a completely different life. You can be driving a career car. You can really do whatever you want, or just look better, smell better, and be nobody. Don't even tell anybody, just to be a part of our club. It's worth it. So thank you for joining us tonight. We pray that you have victorious, wonderful dreams tonight, that you dream about pink Cadillacs, those little pink sheep jumping over the fence. Oh my gosh, Stacy James, cutest thing I ever saw. So call your consultant guest and let her know that you were listening tonight. Text her your feedback. Let her know that you appreciate her sharing this with you, and get started, and let's launch into this amazing opportunity. Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.